Wintervale at the Lorcain household has been wonderful, as it is every year. For Wintervale's feast, our house was full to the rafters with friends and family. For a pair who've lost a lot of family as the years have gone by, Starry and I have made a very big new one for ourselves along the way, and I shall forever be grateful. I have no doubts that our daughter will grow up so loved. I'm ashamed to say I was more distant than I intended to be all throughout the day, as the night before, Istari told me of the strange symptoms afflicting some of her most recent patients at Stormwind Cathedral. She has been engaging in humanitarian aid over the winter months, as she does every year, but these patients are different from the usual sick and unfortunate. They all bear the common symptoms of a plague: fatigue, fever, nausea, thinning of the blood, and in some cases gangrene. On top of this, however, a number of them show signs of developing parasitic infection, and more of them show these signs every day. With the parasites seems to come a change in their minds, as many of them have begun to rant and rave about the blood god and mutter in Shath Yar in their sleep. All of them have recently been on expeditions to Nazmir on Zandalar, and their travels have specifically taken them near the former Titan facility of Uldir. I intend to visit the cathedral with Istari once our long-deserved holidays are over. It will be good to work alongside her again. We haven't had much opportunity to work together in some time. Many couples advise against working in close proximity, but Istari and I do so rather effortlessly. Perhaps it's our academic minds and our shared desire to find the truth and always know more, but perhaps it is that we are still rather madly in love. Either way, there is nobody I'd rather be at my side in any situation. Of course, getting into the cathedral is often an adventure all its own. It is generally expected among the clergy of Stormwind that Istari the priestess is not often accompanied by her husband, the void-obsessed Warlock, into places of light, healing, and well-being. Thankfully, my studies into the Void and the Old Gods are of use to the Church of Light from time to time, and I will likely have little issue being permitted to join her and perform a few tests to see if indeed there is truth to their muttering, and Gahun is to blame for their illness. I of course have my doubts, but I have my fears as well. Gahun, as I understand it, has been slain, and during my time assisting Speaker Magni with studies on Sargeras' blade and helping with repairs in the Chamber of the Heart, I have managed to speak with the Titan Watcher Mother, albeit for a brief period. I have been assured, as much as she is capable of being assuring, that Gahun and its rot have been sufficiently purged. Indeed, Speaker Magni and many of my peers in my line of research have told me as much. But have we all forgotten Yashiraj and the Shah so quickly? Death does not affect the old gods the same way it does mortals. Gahun was a manufactured old god, yes, but we do not yet know the implications of just what that means. We do not yet know what its creation entailed or the extent to which it differs from the old gods. It was rot embodied, pestilence given form, corruption epitomized. I'm not sure that many of my peers know someone with a medical education as I do. If they did, they would know that relapses occur even with as simple an infection as the common cold, and Gahun, I'm certain, was anything but common. Istari and I must prepare ourselves, bolster our magical as well as our physical defenses, and I must remember also to write a letter to Bran Bronzebeard to learn what I can of his expeditions into Nazmir and Uldir. And I intend to visit the Chamber of the Heart again as well to see if Speaker Magni wishes to speak any more on the topic, and to see if Mother intends to remain mum on the topic of old gods that the Titan Pantheon created. Before all that, though, I think it is best that we rest. We are still officially on holiday after all. If there is more to these infections than meets the eye, it could be some time before we are able to relax as a family together again. More gifts have arrived today from friends and family who couldn't make it to dinner on Wintervale proper, and I've a pot pie full of leftovers to pop in the oven for tonight's meal. With such potentially dangerous work in our future, it is hard to enjoy ourselves, but we must. We've earned it. The Blood God can bloody well wait.